welcome back to Stacy So and So. I'm so glad you decided to join me again this week. We are going to be doing another Valentine related craft today. We're going to be making little confetti hearts. Aren't those pretty? This is a really easy project, and it's a great way to use up those little teeny tiny scraps that you may have from other projects. I've been collecting all of my red, pink, and white scraps in this little tin. One of these days I'm going to cover this tin, decorate it. But as you can see, I have all kinds of little tiny pieces of scrap in here. So let me set that aside. These are just, like I said, super easy to make and a lot of fun. And they can be used for a multitude of different things. You could actually take these hearts, maybe buy some the cardstock and make cards out of them, glue this on the front. You can make your own Valentines. You could also use these to decorate a shirt or a sweater or a sweatshirt. Use some embroidery thread and embroidery floss and do like a really pretty decorative stitching to attach it to your garment. That would be really pretty. Now this one would be a little bit big, but you could cut the hearts smaller and use other ribbon and maybe some felt, and you could actually make little Valentine pins for yourself to hand out to your friends. And you could also use them for decorating. You could actually put some thread, and take a needle and use some ribbon, and you could use it to hang individual hearts, or you could make garland like this. A friend actually made this for me when I was recovering from my surgery. Isn't that adorable? But you could do a whole long strand of them, of these hearts, and make a garland to hang anywhere in your room or in your front door. It would be really, really pretty. So let's talk about what you're going to need to do this project. Obviously, your scraps, and you're going to need some tulle. I'm just using tulle and a spool because it happens to be what I have and I want to use it up. So I cut two pieces, stuck together, two pieces about, I think it's about 20 inches wide, because I think that's more than enough for the amount of scraps that I have. So the other thing you're going to need is a sharp pair of scissors. You're going to need some pins, and then you're going to need your sewing machine set up using your quilting foot. Now, if your sewing machine doesn't have a quilting foot, you can also do several straight lines of just a wide straight stitch, and that will also work. So let me turn the camera around and I'll show you how we're going to get started on this project. Okay, so the first thing I do is I take two pieces of my tulle and spool and put one piece on top of the other. Since I'm using tulle and a spool, I'm either going to have to pin across the top or do a straight stitch across the top. If you have like a nice big square piece, you can just fold it. I am going to just use some little pins right now. And the reason I'm doing this is because once we start adding the little tiny scraps of fabric, I don't want them to be able to escape. So let me get this pinned real quick. And almost there. Okay, that's good. I should be able to contain them with that. Okay, so I'm going to set that aside. Let me show you all of the scraps that I have. And you can see they're really small pieces. There we go. Now, some of them may not be too small, like these, still too big. So what you want to do first, sometimes what I'll do is I will just roll it up like this. And then I'll just start cutting haphazardly like this, just so I get lots of really tiny pieces. Let's do. Oh, there we go. I'm getting lots of, all the pieces cut down really, really small. Okay, so once you get your scraps into some tiny little pieces, look at that. It looks like confetti. All right, so I'm going to move this up. There we go. Whoops, missed a couple pieces. Okay. And just take your piece of tulle and you're going to open it up. All right, so now you're just going to pile in as much of those scraps as you can. We're going to sandwich it in between the two pieces of tulle. So just start with a little bit, start spreading it out. Make it a really nice, thick, even layer. You have everything pinned in place. Be sure that you have your quilting foot on, that you've lowered the feed dogs, or use the little plastic cap if yours happens to come with that. And make sure you've got your stitches set to where you want. I've got mine at 3 and 4. And now you are ready to start quilting your confetti trim. I'm just finishing off my second confetti trim, which is multicolored, but I wanted to remind you that you're going to have pins all through here. You can see I still have some. Just be very careful that you don't hit them when you're sewing. So be very careful that you take them out as you are quilting. And just like that, you have some Valentine confetti trim. So now that you have your trim ready, you can start making hearts and decorating with it. So as you can see, making the confetti trim, making confetti hearts is a really, really easy process. It's a lot of fun. It's a great way to use up those little tiny bits of scraps that you sometimes just don't know what to do with and end up throwing away and maybe feeling bad about. So let me show you a few things that I have made using the confetti hearts. So I mentioned this at the beginning about making your own Valentine cards. Isn't that pretty? This I just put together very quickly. I had some rickrack that coordinated with it, but you could add as much embellishment to it as you want. But a very, very cute and unique and personalized Valentine. And then I went ahead and made myself a t-shirt to wear underneath the cardigan. It's just a pink t-shirt I pulled out of my drawer, and I thought, you know, it'll be a lot prettier with the little heart on it. And that's all I really wanted to do, is just add a simple heart so that when I wear with the cardigan, you can see it. So it gives me something else to wear for Valentine's Day. And again, if you don't want to do a t-shirt, sweaters, sweatshirt, whatever you like, you can add to your denim jacket. That would be really cute. The other thing I made was an ornament. So you could make several of these. You could hang them on, make a Valentine tree if you want, or I think I'm going to hang this one in the center hook of our mantle because I love to decorate for Valentine's Day. So these are make a whole series of these, attach them together, and make the garland. Remember this? That would be really pretty as well. And now here's the pin. I will definitely be wearing this. I'll probably put it on my coat. I decided to add some little rhinestones because I just decided I wanted some sparkle. So won't that be cute to wear on a sweater or to wear on, like I said, I think I'm going to wear it on my coat. So, and these are very quick and easy to make. All I did was I cut out a piece of felt that was just a little bit bigger than the confetti heart that I made, and then just embellished it the way I wanted and added the pin on back. Super easy, super simple, cute little gift to make if you want to make like some maybe unique Valentines. If your kids want to make unique Valentines to maybe give out to some of their friends, this is a winner. And then I got really creative. I had pulled out an old pair of hoop earrings that I had from, I don't know, probably the early 90s. I don't wear them anymore, but I used an awl and put a little hole through them. And you can have, I mean, for those who like bigger earrings, the nice thing is super, super light. So you can make a pair of confetti heart earrings to wear for Valentine's Day. And then the last thing I made, I was gonna make a regular bookmark, a rectangle and put some tassels on the top, which you could certainly do with the confetti trim. But I opted to, and yes, it's a Christmas book. I still want to read it. I know it's after Christmas, but I'll still be reading it. I made a little heart bookmark that slips right over the corner. And if you have someone in your life that loves to read and you want to give them something for Valentine's Day, if you're going to be like maybe sharing a book with them or a journal, this is a super, super sweet little way to just make it a more personalized gift. So I hope that maybe something here inspired you to want to make some confetti trim and to make some Valentine's decorations. And I appreciate that you decided to join me again this week. It really means a lot. I've had more followers recently, and it just means a lot to me that you guys are here. I hope that you find some value and some inspiration in the things that I am doing. So I will be back again next week. I am hoping, if all goes well, I will be filming throughout the week and hopefully finish the denim jacket upcycle that I'm doing for the American Heart Association so I can show it to you guys. So have a wonderful week. I will see you again soon, and happy sewing.